is going on, everybody? I hope you're having a fantastic day. Justin Wise coming live from the Midwest of the United States. I'm feeling pretty good today, guys. It's been a good day today. Sorry we're coming on a little bit late. Again, as normal. Had some technical difficulties that we were dealing with. Had a couple clients that we had to talk to. Yeah, give it to me before work, baby. What's going on, Payday? Thanks for joining us. Crypto moderation going on. The monthly looks like it's approaching the 100-day EMA. Thoughts? We were going to get into that, man. Typically do not rely on the 100-day EMA when we're looking at our long-term price targets. At least that's not our strategy. We look at long-term volume patterns. But I'll be glad to look at that as we get into it, guys. So, last night was interesting. Johnny Boy Crypto, shout out. What's going on, man? Yeah, last night was interesting. Seems like we got some good quality coming through. Not a lot of skipped frames. All right, things are working good, guys. So let's talk about last night. So last night I was live with Your Crypto Daily. Shout out to Red Planet 32 and Johnny Boy Crypto at Your Crypto Daily with Gabriel from X42. That was a fantastic show. If you guys did not catch that, I highly recommend heading on over to the Your Crypto Daily news page on the YouTubes. Link I'm sure Johnny Boy is going to drop in the chat. However, we do have them linked as a channel now on our YouTube, so you can just go to suggested channels on our YouTube and you can see them. That's the news outlet that we're sponsoring with, or that we're partnered with, excuse me. So that was a fantastic show. Shout out to Gabriel from X42 and X42 Nation. So that was a really good show, guys, and we talked about some really interesting things, talked about what's going on in the markets. I did some of that patented Olive Garden technical analysis. And as we were talking last night, man, I called, listen, I'm not going to say that I told you so, but, I called these tops yesterday, and I didn't put the signals out in the premium channel, and I really wish that I would have. But it's okay. If the people have been watching my charts from yesterday, they would have been able to formulate their own opinions. That's what I try to talk about and work with here, guys. And so there was some significant good profits. I saw that, I got in a little late into my short. Put it for that 65.19, crashed right down through it. I saw that we've come down a little bit more in the morning. What I've got open right here is Coin Farm Online. Red 5 Golf Gunny says buy XRP. All right, guys, you heard it live. You heard it here. Buy up that XRP. So I want to talk about a few things before we get into the charts, guys, and some of the things that I think are interesting. So first off, yesterday, last night, on the Your Crypto Daily show, I had talked about an opportunity for individuals to get some free Stellar Lumens. So the Stellar Lumen project has announced that they are going to be dropping, I think it's $125 million worth of Stellar Lumens in concert with blockchain.com. So you head on over to blockchain.com to set up your free wallet, and then you simply go to blockchain.com/getcrypto. I'm going to drop that in the chat. And then you just put in your email address, and you are going to be on the waiting list to get $25 worth of free Stellar Lumens. This is legitimate. Stellar Lumens has confirmed that this is going on. So there you go, guys. There's free $25 worth of crypto just for watching the show today. Now you have $25 more than you did yesterday. However, this is not available to people who live in New York. So of course New York's got their their bit thing. So I apologize to any New York watchers. Let's see here. Some interesting things in the news today. William Shatner defending Ethereum. I don't know if you guys saw that William Shatner tweeted at Vitalik Buterin some thumbs up, and then you had some individuals kind of bombing on William Shatner for doing that. William Shatner then came out and said, well, hey, if you guys got a problem, why don't you build your own blockchain that you can make sure is decentralized and secure instead of blasting on somebody who made one. So I thought that was interesting. Shout out to William Shatner for defending it. Guys, are we going to see a Santa Claus rally? Are we seeing the Santa Claus rally right now? This happens in traditional stock markets. This happens in traditional currency markets, especially options, perpetual swap. So we're seeing that, we see this a lot toward the end of the year, November, December. The consumer market picks up, and because of that, the stock market typically always ends the year strong. We see that assets always end the year strong. So, are we seeing that in the cryptocurrency markets? Because traditionally, there's only been 1 year where November and December have been down years for Bitcoin. Only been 1 year. Yeah, every other single year that Bitcoin's been trading on live exchanges, November and December have always closed the year out strong for us. So, are we going to repeat the pattern? Are we going down to 4K? Are we going down to 5K? Are we going down to 6K? Are we going to continue to go on up? I am bullish I am bullish, guys. I'm bullish for the September rally. I'm bullish for the Santa Claus rally. All right, if you guys want to head on over to Poloniex, crypto friends, thanks for joining us, man. If you guys want to head on over to Poloniex, if you're interested in trading, speculating on the futures of Bitcoin Cash, Satoshi's Vision, and Bitcoin Cash ABC, futures are launched on Poloniex, so you can speculate on those if you want. What's interesting is that if you take, I believe it's Satoshi's futures, or Satoshi's Vision is like trading around like $600, I think, is the speculative price on it, and ABC at like around 150, 125, somewhere around there. And if you combine both of those together, it is greater than the price of Bitcoin Cash. So I think that's pretty interesting. Again, if you guys are interested in doing that, you can head over to Poloniex and speculate on the futures market there. You can't trade futures, but it's a speculative bet on what the price is going to be on or before a certain date. So trading on futures, but not the perpetual swap contract that most of you are used to with BitMEX. It's different. So you have a settlement date, and you're going to have to take the right side of the bet. Let's see here. MetaMask. MetaMask is implementing a privacy feature, and so that means that if you are running MetaMask in your Google Chrome browser or any browser, I know it works with Brave browser as well. It will pop up and ask you before any website tries to access your private information with MetaMask, which normally you would think that this is kind of like a no duh thing, but it's a good sign to me that as we're seeing all these exchange hacks and all these privacies and third party Java code injections, that we can actually see some of our companies and some of our businesses start moving towards more privacy and securing people's funds, which is definitely what we want to see. All right, so that's all I got for news. The midterm elections swept the nation. We do have a crypto-friendly governor, so that's pretty cool. It says he will defend any laws against cryptocurrencies, so that's pretty exciting, guys. If you guys are not in the United States, obviously you don't care. If you're in the United States, it's just good to know, guys. The entire world runs on the United States dollar, and so it's interesting to look at what's going on in the United States, even if you're not in the United States, so you can kind of get a feel for what the markets are going to do. All right. So with that said, let's break in and let's see what the markets are going to do. So the first thing I just want to point out, guys, is that if we just look at BitMEX margins, shorts versus longs, we can see that we're entering or coming closely upon a 60-40 ratio. A 60-40 ratio is an unstable longs versus shorts ratio. So this leads me to think, typically when this happens, you're going to see price correct to the upside, whichever way is miscalculated. So right now it seems that we are over leveraged to the downside, and so I would be watching those BitMEX rec threads. This is the situation. These right here, these days right now are the situations where you're going to see people at this point in time. People are seeing the price go down. They've been waiting on the sidelines. Prices keeps going down. Price dumped just a little bit here. Just about a half hour ago, you can see we dropped from 65.40 all the way down to 64.88. So this just happened. This morning, and then we had that same pretty massive dump from the top last night, just about the same time that I was on live with your Crypto Daily. So we saw that happen last night, and yeah, so typically when this happens, this is the moment in time when a lot more shorts are going to pile on to the short position, and because of that, all the sellers that want to sell have exhausted themselves, and then there's nothing to stop price from going back up. Now, what do we want to look for an entry? Well, typically when we want to look for a candle like this, where price moves rapidly down on high volume, and then we get a long tail to the downside, indicating strong buying pressure. So that's typically where we want to enter. So you want to be looking to market buy on a candle like this, and that's also nice because you can wait for the candle to close. You know that when you see a candle like this, price is going to move up a little bit. So that allows you to scalp. This is a good scalping strategy right here, is to look for candles like this and attempt to aggressively market buy on the way down. The nice thing about aggressively market buying on a long candle like this is that because price is moving down so rapidly, when you market buy, you're chasing liquidity in the right direction, and your market buy order is actually going to get pushed further down the order book, and so you're actually going to be buying lower, which is what you want. You always want to buy low and sell high, and again, I've said this so many times, the only way that you can buy low is if you are willing to buy when price is actively moving down. You know, typical traders will buy in an uptrend when price is moving up. And because of that, a lot of people end up selling out because they'll buy into something that's going up. They're buying on a green candle, not understanding the cyclical nature of the way price moves, and then price will move against them. And whether or not it rebounds up to the upside because their original call was good, most traders don't have a good tolerance for drawdown because they didn't implement it as part of their trading strategy. So when that happens, when they do suffer that drawdown because they bought into a price that was moving up, price will almost immediately move against them or very shortly move against them. And then what they'll do is they'll exit out of their position at a loss, and then typically price will continue to go up because probably their original analysis was correct. The only problem that was wrong is their execution. You guys have to train yourself to buy when price is moving down and sell when price is moving up. You know, it's very hard to do psychologically because if and it sounds easy to say, like just in conversation, just as we're talking right here, but I just want you guys to pay attention to yourself and your psychology and your actual physical actions the next time that you're actually in front of your computer on your exchange looking at charts and you begin executing a trade. If you're looking to day trade or if you're even looking to swing trade, you know, it's one thing to see something that you think is fundamentally good and you're going to buy into a position and you're not really worried about a stop loss. You're just patient to wait and hold. And I'll tell you what, the nice thing about that strategy of trading, of long-term swing trading or just position size trading, is that it allows you to be okay with the drawdown because you're basically going off your fundamental analysis, you know, with a slight emphasis, with a slight degree of technical analysis. But when you're doing day trading or swing trading, like we tend to teach how to do in this course and in this video series, what you need to do is, you know, rely on your sentiment analysis and your order flow analysis. So 80%, you know, 60 to 80% sentiment and market analysis, volume, order flow analysis, and then 20% technicals, guys. The technicals is actually the least important part. The most important part is understanding by sentiment which way market participants are actively moving the market and where volume is telling you that things are overstretched. So you look at 24-hour volume and you look at, you know, the last 5-minute volume or the last hourly volume. All right, so this is potentially an area where price can move up just based off volume. Looking at the 5-minute chart, we did see an automatic rally off this sell down, but we're gonna have to look at that longer time frame to see. And the nice thing too about this strategy is that you can implement it for scalping. So what you can do is typically go back and predict, well, okay, when we do see a candle like this on this particular asset, on average, how much does price move up? Okay, so you can say, okay, well, typically it moves up 1%. Just look back at the last monthly history of the coin. All right, or go back and look at the last 6 months of the coin and figure out, okay, on average, how far do we go down when we see large candles like this, and then how quickly does price retrace? So in the case of Bitcoin, what is it, 0.25%? Okay, well then you can put in a 10x leveraged long position when you market buy into the position, and then you can take your 0.32, which is going to be at this point 3% profit for you. Take that scalp, and then what you can do is you can wait for the market to recover. Because then if you continue to go move further down, you'll be okay. And if you continue to move further up, you'll be all right. You know, and, you know, multiple ways you can do that. You can just continue to move your stop up. You can actually set a take profit level. That's fine. But the nice thing about buying this is that it allows you to set a fairly tight stop loss. So, you know that the market is going to, in the short term, recover. So all you have to do is set your stop loss right below that level. Because you can see here that this next green candle that attempted to stop loss hunt just as well, and this one right here, they weren't actually able to move price down as far down as that. So setting your stop loss underneath that level, the candle, the 5-minute or 1-minute candle that you actually purchase in on, setting your stop loss underneath that is a very efficient strategy and way to do this. Excuse me. All right. Pardon me, guys. Yeah, guys, make sure to smash that like button. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I picture it. All right, let's see here. Crush777 says, sell like a bot, buy like a whale. Absolutely, sir. Absolutely. Let's see what else we got. Patrick Carr says, click the thumbs up button, guys. It will help the channel grow. Thank you so much, Patrick Carr. Red 5 Golf Gunny says, the markets aren't doing shit till the U.S. government comes up with some bullish news. That is potentially, but again, what you want to do as an investor is you want to look to get in before the news comes out. Buy the rumor, sell the news. So, this is typically the time when you want to be looking to enter into a speculative investment position, whether that's going to be to the long side or the short side. But, yeah, you're absolutely right. And I've been talking about this for about a year. that institutional money is actively getting involved. If you look at the volume on OTC desks that report OTC volume, it's absolutely massive. Individuals are buying Bitcoin in massive numbers. There's lots of chain analysis that also shows this to be true. And so the fact that institutions are getting positioned into cryptocurrency is undeniable at this point. I mean, we see the truth and the facts of it all around us. But what you don't want to be is you don't want to trade like a retail trader. A retail trader waits for news to come out and then moves into an uptrend. You know, ideally you want to trade like institutional money, and you want to buy like I think Crush said it quite succinctly. Buy like a whale and sell like a bot. And so you want to be entering into the market prior to the news coming out so that you can capture the most movement upwards or downwards. That also allows you to set a tighter stop loss and suffer less drawdown. All right, so let's see here. Okay, so let us just take a look at the last 24 hours. And I'm getting some slowdown on the computer. So let's, oh, okay, because I'm over there. Sorry, my bad. That is the issue. Okay, so I'm going to refresh the page. Okay. Beautiful. All right, so that's what I want to see. All right, so just in the last minute, we had 1.5 million longs open up. That's really nothing super significant, but that is letting us know that, you know, that potentially something is going to happen. Again, that's not a market making move, guys. So this last night is what you should have been watching, guys. So, you know, last night I had watched the longs open up. I saw that about 100 million longs opened up in a 1 hour period, and then immediately following, just a few minutes later, about 200 million shorts opened up, and that should have let you know that, you know, massive shorts opening up into longs trying to open up. I mean, this is what I'm talking about. We're at the top of an uptrend. We are at the top of an uptrend, and then you have all these longs attempt to open up. These are the retail traders buying into the uptrend, and then you have smart money come in and absolutely fade that breakout. And that was the smart move. That was the smart move. And this is what I was talking about yesterday. I said that the most likely thing is that we were traced to support. And I'm happy to say again, you know, not stroking my own tail feathers, but I had set targets there for Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, Ripple, Bitcoin, and we hit, I mean, almost to the T. We hit to the T exactly where I said we were going to go yesterday. So what do I think is going to happen here in the near term? Well, shorts have died down. If we actually look here, well, no, I'm sorry. So shorts are superior, and we're quickly reaching that 60-40 ratio. I think that it's going to be difficult for price to move much further down, so I'm expecting a short-term pullback or short-term retracement to the upside, and potentially to keep moving on. But this ratio has to quit. Now it is a potential. I'm only looking at the 5-minute chart here, so I'll see a little bit better when we actually zoom out and look at the bigger picture. But it is a potential that we do see a more significant drastic move down to completely exhaust the shorts. And just like we saw here, we had already seen that longs were piled on, guys. We'd already seen that longs were piling on, and then the longs tried their very last gasp effort. So now the shorts are just super piled on, and they're not canceling out. And when they buy back in, they're going to have to cover. So we need to see more longs come into the situation, and we need to see these shorts start getting liquidated. Is what I'd really like to see. But we haven't seen any liquidations in the last 8 hours. So that's good to see. You know, unfortunately, it means traders are getting a little bit smarter, guys. So let's head over to the charts and let's see what's going on with Bitcoin today. So the last time we talked, Bitcoin was sitting right here, and I had left this note right here, guys. Remember, for those of you who watch the show regularly, I left this yesterday. Thank you, crypto friends. I appreciate that, man. I left this note here yesterday. I said, listen, I marked it right here, guys. I said, tentatively bullish short term. We've had a break of all three previous diagonal resistance lines, and so now we have to use volume and horizontal support and resistance to predict future price targets until new patterns form. So what I mean by that, guys, if I just zoom out, let me turn this stuff off so you guys can just see price. All right. What I meant by that, guys, is that we had been trading all year in this compound fulcrum pattern. Okay. in this compound fulcrum pattern with strong support here at the bottom, and that gives us an accurate angle to play out. And then we moved into this falling wedge, and then we moved into this falling wedge, and we've broken out of all three chart pattern formations, and now we're in this just sideways period of consolidation. And so we're going to have to wait a little bit. Price has to move and test support and resistances. Patrick Carr says, I deserve 330,000 subscribers instead of 383. So spread the word. Thank you so much, Patrick. Hey, I appreciate that, man. Hey, we're getting PandaBot set up, man, so we can start tipping and raining with MMO. And the next, oh, by the way, I should make that announcement. So Gabriel from X42 was so kind, and he donated 1,000 X42 to Kraken Cryptocurrency. So actually, the next 100 subscribers who sign up for the premium signal and mentorship program will receive 10 X42, guys. And this stuff's pretty valuable, guys. I mean, depending on the exchange that you're looking at, it's anywhere from 50 cents to $1. So these are valuable, guys. So guys, sign up. We have a free 7-day trial period for our premium service. If you guys head over to krakencryptocurrency.com or join the Discord, you can hit that up. I'm pretty excited about that, man. Gabriel was so generous for doing that, guys. So you guys are actually getting a discount on top of everything else. So that's pretty awesome, dude. Let's see here. So I said. Oh yeah, so blah blah blah. All right, so let's zoom back in here, guys, so I can talk about this. Pull this down here. All right. So I want to get pretty precise. I want to get pretty surgical with it. All right. So I set a potential bull flag on the 1-hour chart, and you can see that right there. It ended up turning into a symmetrical triangle and then broke bearish. All right. So I was watching this actively last night, and I was thinking that it was potentially going to break bullish and go up that percentage that I saw. But when we talked last night, we hadn't seen any of this, guys. So this actually, I missed it by a little bit, so I was saying that we could potentially go up as high as 65.59. Price actually only ended up going up as high as 65.39, so I missed it by 20 bucks. And I understand that when you're leverage trading, that's pretty significant. But I did say that we had a little bit of an oomph left in us, guys, and we did. We had a little bit left of an oomph. And then we saw that these shorts just piled on and price continued to immediately move down. So I was pretty right about this. It's pretty right about that, off by about 20 bucks, so I apologize for that. And again, if we go and look at that flag that was forming, what I thought was a flag, here was that flag formation that I saw forming on the 1-hour chart. And I was, but I was expecting that potentially price could actually move up higher and then reject from there, but we just saw the initial movement in the impulse, and so this became a symmetrical triangle that broke to the downside. All right, and again, this gave you pretty good targets, guys, if you were just looking at the symmetrical triangle, guys. So again, what you do here is fairly simple. So you just take the lowest part of the triangle and you measure the entire width of it, and then what you do is you project that down from the measure of the breakout, and that gives you a pretty good target, right? And so if you would have seen immediately as soon as you saw this break bearish, you could have aggressively entered into a market long position after taking the 5 seconds to just calculate that out, and that would have given you a quick short target of 65.54, and that would have let you capture this movement. So if you were doing anywhere from like 5 to 10x leverage, that would have given you a good trade right there. Mike 500 from X42, what's going on, man? Thanks for joining the show. We appreciate having you here, man. All right, so yeah, but we can see that we've fallen down significantly more. Now, this is typically the reversal candle that I'm looking to see right here on the 1 hour. So we can see here too that where was my initial support? 6,400 to 6,450. And that's exactly where we fell on our initial impulse down on the hourly. And then the next support that I had talked about was 63.85 to 6,400. And you can see that we fell down to that 64.09. We actually stop loss hunted. But if you would have set right at the lowest edge of my support, as I called yesterday, you would have not got stop loss hunted out, guys. So you can see that right there. You would have been quite safe. 63.85 would have kept you safe in the trade. But again, this is typically the candle where I'm looking to enter into a long position, guys. We see here that initially price moved down to that 618 Fibonacci retracement level, and then price was able to rally up a little bit, and then price moved down to hold the 786 level right here. Now, as long as this 786 level holds, then we are looking at a recovery, and we're not looking at increased downside potential. I've been saying for a while that, I mean, we have to hold $6,400, or we're looking at another retest of lower price. All right, so that's just on the hourly chart. We can see on the 12-hour chart we've got a lot of indecision. So obviously this did not happen right here. Okay, we did not end up going up to our initial target of 6650, 6700. We did hit this one, so we're going to have to take this bad boy. Let's see here. So this one ended up being correct. And if we look at the hourly, whoops, hold on. Sorry about that. Okay. Oh my God, so many drawings on this chart. All right, so we can see that that was basically true, like right here. You see my arrows right here? So we fell down to this initial support, came back up to this area right here, fell back down. Now I was expecting a more rapid move down and then a movement back up, but that's okay. We came down in a wave. So let's see here. So we bounced off our support here. We're trying to find support here at the $63.85, $6,400 range. And so I'm expecting our next resistance is now going to be here at our 6,400, 6,450, just looking off the chart patterns, but we're going to bring in volume here in just a second so we can get a closer look. And then we'll see if we can get the spring necessary to hit up here to 6,550, guys. So let's pull out our VPVR. And we'll start looking for volume, guys. So we're going to start on the 12-hour chart. Start on the 12-hour chart. And what I actually would like to do is I want to take a fixed range is actually what I want to do. And I want to take the fixed range of, actually I have it right here, so that's fine. That's fine, but I need to adjust this fixed range now. So I'm measuring the fixed range here. So now I'm going to have to bring the fixed range over here. All right, guys. No, that's the settings. There we go. Oh, there. No, that's the Fibonacci. So many drawings on the chart. Sorry, guys. There we go. So we'll do ticks per row. Can I get 1 tick per row? No. Can I get 200 ticks per row? There we go. All right, so here's our volume, guys. So 65.83 is where volume support ends, and then we just start. I mean, there's nothing above us, guys. There's nothing above us, guys. Nothing above us. And it's going to be, you know, what I'm worried about is that 63.81, guys. 63.81 below that, not a lot low volume nodes below us, guys. So right now, again, if the $6,400 point of control, and now the point of control, again, is where all the majority of volume was traded within this time period, guys. So again, we see here that this is a fixed range volume profile of this time period, all right? So we see that the significantly long area here of volume is telling us that this is visually horizontally representing volume traded at horizontal price levels instead of volume represented by time, which is your traditional volume bar. So so we need that $6,400 level to hold on that point of control. Although it is possible that we could go as low as 63.83. We could see that in the form of kind of a quick movement down. But guys, you know, if we start getting below 63.80 again, I become very concerned because these are not strong pickup areas, and it's just hard for me to say, looking at volume, like, okay, where for sure will we turn around based off recent volume? Okay, so now, if we look at, let's look at my VPVR right here. This is going to tell us current volume, and let's hide the drawing so we can just see what's going on. So as you can see, we had tried to break out. We had a failed breakout. That breakout got faded, and we pulled back to test the point of control. All right. So now we have our next level of support. Again, I'm concerned about that 63.80, guys, because the value area is 63.31, but this stuff down here is pretty low volume, guys. This stuff up here is pretty high volume. Yeah. So I'm going to say below 63.81 is looking really, really dangerous, guys. Below 63.81 is looking really dangerous. The bulls need to hold that upper level, guys. Otherwise, we're going to be looking at potentially 63.37. Or maybe 63.04. Let's see how we correspond with volume over here. Yeah, that's pretty ticky right here. Doesn't look strong to me. The volume's not there, but just going off Fibonacci, that's kind of the only thing that we can do. So let's start drawing this out, guys. This is support if 6,400 doesn't hold. But volume is not here, equals weak support. Okay. So we'll leave this stuff on here for just a while. Keep me honest. You can see right here that we came back down, and this is what I was talking about. We came back down to test that upper edge of the descending wedge that we were falling into, guys. So we have 1, 2, 3 patterns that we traded out of, and we're attempting to hold the next pattern area, guys. The next one below us is the ascending trend line, and that corresponds with that 618. A little bit below a stop loss hunt would put us at that 786. So there we have 2 confirmations of that support. Volume is kind of like the only volume is right in between those 2 supports. So volume is confirming, but very weakly, guys. The significant volume isn't there, and that's what I'm looking for a support level. And you can see that this level of volume indicated by the right side of the chart is the reason why price was able to turn around at this point in time. So price did pull back to expected support. Initial support was tested. Price retraced to the upside before capitulating to the lower level of support, which was the point of control. Most likely, due to shorts versus longs being unstable, skewed to the short side, price will experience a reversal at this level and move to the upside. If 6,400 is unable to hold, next support at 618, 786, fib retracement, confirmed by wedge pattern, ascending support line, and unconfirmed by volume. All right. So there we have that. All right. So most likely, price can experience a short move up to the upside, and then we will reevaluate at that point in time, guys. So I've been yelled at a little bit for how I need to start doing this. Scotty says that I need to start. Well, it's not letting me take a snapshot. Okay. Why are you not letting me take a snapshot? Well, so Scotty says I need to start publishing these ideas. And this will help keep me honest. Bitcoin, BTC, crypto. cryptocurrency. And I guess put that on the tweeter and publish. All right, so now you guys can see that if you guys are interested in going and following along with the ideas. And then of course that's got to be posted in the Discord as well. So technical analysis. Yes, publish chart monkey. All right, guys, so Ethereum, or excuse me, Bitcoin did exactly what we wanted it to do, pulled back a little bit. And so now let's go over and take a look at Ethereum. All right, so what did we say yesterday, guys? Tightening wedge forming on the 6 hour, five waves of impulse should bring us to original price target of 228. Alternatively, if the wedge breaks down, we're looking at a potentially healthy retracement to support 1 or support 2. If support 2 doesn't hold, I'm bearish. All right. So let's see here. So originally last night we had talked about, we were looking at this potential 5 impulse wave, and we were looking at this retest of the bottom of this ascending wedge. And so I had a price target here of about 228. Let's see here, 225 to $228. That was option 1. Option 2, wedge broke down, found support right here at 210. Yep, actually price wicked right down into that support level. And now we're seeing an indecision doji candle on the 6 hour. So let's start off with the 12 hour so we can get a significant signal. We can see here that Fisher confirmed all this. We got the initial top right here at the very top of the movement, and then we wouldn't have gotten the sell signal from the Fisher transform until this candle actually traded below the close. But that still would have given us some good potential on the 12 hour. You could have looked at the shorter time frame, and it would have given you plenty of opportunity to catch the movement as well, guys. So let's see here. So we're finding support at 210. And where is that? So we measured initially this Fibonacci movement. I bet you if we measured a smaller Fibonacci movement. Yep. So yeah, price is attempting to hold that 618 at 212. Below that, 209. So again, between the 618 and the 786 is where I had drawn my support level right there. So so we're still not getting a entry signal on the 12 hour, but it lags behind a little bit. So again, we're looking for this support to hold for a movement to the upside, but this is not a reversal candle that I want to see on the 12 hour. This is an indecision candle. So again, potentially looking at coming back down and retesting this point of control on the previous session, which, as I said, between 200 and 205. And again, 200 has to hold for price to remain bullish. It's a potential that price can come in here in between and go into this low volume node area for a stop loss hunt. In fact, that's probably what is most likely, guys. So again, price is turned around on high volume nodes, and generally there we go. And generally when price moves into a low volume node, you're looking at a stop loss hunt. Price is not likely to stay in that area very long. And that is a strategy to catch tops and bottoms. Make sure that you're entering in good areas. That's also sometimes good areas if you think price is in consolidation, to either set your buy or your stop loss, guys. So it just depends on your trading strategy. So I'm not sure that price is reversing at this point in time on the higher time frames. Let's start drilling down and seeing what we can see. So on the 6 hour time frame, we can see that volume is dropping down. Okay, volume is dropping down. Not a lot of selling pressure at this point in time. And the Fisher transform has reached the previous level of oversold where it did reverse right here at the bottom. But the market conditions are quite different. This was in consolidation. So now we're experiencing a drastic move down. So the last time we were moving down, the Fisher actually went as low as almost -2. So that's what I'd like to see. Again, I'm not seeing a predictive crossover yet. But again, we are holding the support level. So you could be entering your tentative long, and I would just set my stop below support. Where's volume at? We need volume to confirm that. So let's try doing I think probably the best thing to do in this situation is we're going to go into our indicators and we're going to pull out volume profile, and we're going to do a fixed range volume profile. And in this case, we're going to measure from here over to here to be able to get an accurate volume profile. We're going to edit that volume profile, and we're going to go into ticks per row, and we're going to get, say, 100 ticks per row. What was this one? 24 ticks per row? Yeah, let's do 24 ticks per row. So this lets us know that not a lot of volume up here, a lot of buying volume right here in this accumulation and distribution period. And some of that is the bots battling back and forth, market making back and forth. But a lot of it is people attempting to go long and to go short. So we see here that, where's our low volume node? Yeah, so I would set, again, so we have a low volume node right below 209 right there. So again, support at 210. You know, you could enter a tentative long with a stop loss at, 208. You know, that might be a little bit low, maybe 208.50. And then your next area, if that trade breaks down, is you're looking to try to get in around 200 to 205 with your stop loss below the point of control. The low volume node, I'd probably set it at 196 would be my stop on that to the upside. And again, guys, these are long swing trades, guys. If you guys are trading on the 5-minute chart, you want to use much tighter margins. You're not going to have the drawdown risk tolerance to be. But yeah, we're also not getting the predictive Fisher crossover yet on the 6-hour. So I'm going to have to wait and see when this candle closes. This candle should be closing in 4 hours and 20 minutes. 420, baby! So we're going to have to wait for this candle to close. So we're going to try and do an evening show tonight, probably around 8 p.m. Although that might conflict with your Crypto Daily, so I'm actually going to talk to them. I don't want to be going live when they're going live, so I don't want to conflict. But we are going to go, guys. We are going to get more regular about this. We're going to get regular about when we go on in the mornings, when we go on in the evenings. So if you guys are regulars and you guys enjoy the show, that you can get in, and so that this would be a good time in viewing. And I'd like input if you're a regular to the show. I'm tentatively thinking about like 11 o'clock in the morning Central Standard Time. So that's 12 p.m. on the Eastern Seaboard, and that's that's 12 p.m. on the Eastern Seaboard, and that's 9 a.m. Pacific Time. And then I'm thinking about going live at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, so 9 p.m. on the Eastern Seaboard and 6 p.m. Pacific Time. You guys let me know if that works out for you. I think we'll be talking about it in the Discord, because I also have to keep that in mind with my other engagements, doing other interviews and other shows, and then also doing a lot of work that we're doing in the background. But people enjoy the live streams, people enjoy the show, and we love the support, guys. So this is kind of what we want to do, to teach trading and show how to trade. So if we go down to the lower time frames, what are we seeing? We see that the Fisher did try to cross over right here, but it was unable to. Now the 4-hour, we are seeing somewhat of a hammer candle. But I just want to wait for this. This candle is going to close in 20 minutes. And if we see a little bit of green, you could potentially enter here. But again, you would have wanted to be entering on this long tail downwards coming into the support area if you're looking for a speculative long. And then you're going to target these upper areas moving back upwards, depending on if you're trying to scalp it, depending on if you're playing it to the short term. So looking at the 1-hour chart, that $210 range, guys. So a lot of the bulls coming in to pick it up, but the volume not super impressive, guys. Not seeing the volume really convinced me on this. So entering along at this point in time is highly speculative. Volume's not confirming it. Again, the strategy is to be purchasing on these reversal candles and then looking for that scalp or looking for that movement to the upside, because you're able to set a very tight stop. And it's pretty much, for me, the lowest risk way to trade with the highest reward possible. So I want to go back to that higher time frame and then edit the idea. So 218 to 220 is going to be our target if support 1 holds. All right, so there you have it, guys. So price pulled back to test support 1. No predictive crossover on the Fisher yet to tell us to enter a long position on the higher time frames, the 12-hour, the daily, or the 6-hour. The 1 hour and the 4-hour look tentatively bullish. However, I need more volume to believe it, or a Fisher crossover. Now, if support 1 holds at $210, likely target is $218, $220. Price will likely retest these upper bounds. However, potentially looking at However, if volume is unable to rally behind longs, likely to retest support 2 down here, guys. Which would now, I believe, be the 618 retracement, because now we're trading in the opposite direction. So let's turn the labels off and EPVS, so that's just a little cleaner. And you can see that we are at the top of the volume profile support area. So that's good to see. That's good to see. All right. So let's publish that. Take it to the limit. Oh, shoot. I don't know if I selected just Ethereum. I might have to delete this idea. Yeah, I fucked it up. Sorry, guys. I pushed the wrong button. Only Ethereum. All right, so now that chart's live on TradingView, guys. If you guys want to go check it out, and it's also in the Discord and technical analysis for premium subscribers. All right, Crush 77777 is Tex Miner. Shout out to Tex Miners, guys. Thank you so much. Nulls, I grabbed a good size position on the dip. Yeah, let's take a look at that here in a minute. That keyboard is crazy loud. Hey, it is kind of crazy loud, man. Thanks, Scott. Scott's the one that got it for me. It's pretty nice, though. It's got some funky little cool optional little buttons that let me do some cool things. All right, Ethereum looking cool. All right, we got to look at... Guys, we're coming up with like a theme, you know, so where I can push the button and everything gets all cool and sexy, and you know, like the voices come in like Ripple, Ripple. But yeah, not yet. So what I said yesterday on Ripple, guys, bad news yesterday. Swift denies Ripple rumor. Tether pump gives us a nasty looking channel. Bulls have to hold point of control on primary support, otherwise bearish. So I said a short-term pullback to 47 to 48 cents. Primary support at 45 and 46 cents. Bulls must hold this level. So what did we see? We did see that blow off top. Just text there. I didn't put text. All right, so yesterday after we finished talking, seems like price was able to, oh no, let's see. So looking at the 12-hour chart, so this would have been 24 hours. So this would have been where we were talking yesterday, right around this area. And we did pull back. We didn't quite hit the 618 retracement at 47 cents. We came down to 49. Okay, so it didn't come down as far as I thought we would. We came down from 55 to 49. All right, so I missed it by 2 frickin' cents. But I don't think the potential is gone yet that we will come down and test that. XRP, $5 to $10. And I just love this bullishness, man. Crypto friends, I love it, man. All right, so, typically I would say that this is a buy the dip type event. Looking at longs and shorts, nothing really went crazy here, guys. We can see that I want to take... Now, what we can do, guys, now I prefer BFXLS. So if you guys go into your indicators and look at BFXLS, it'll allow you to pull up that, and that'll let you get longs and shorts. So I want to kind of put them in their own pane. Okay, but I don't really like it down there. Longs and shorts on Ripple are not really doing a lot of crazy things. So what I'd like to try and do is see if that is right. So I'd like to look at Ripple Bitcoin shorts and Ripple Bitcoin longs is what I want to do. Okay. And wow, that's crazy. So looking at that, that's a little bit more predictive. So let's move that to new pane below and move to existing pane below. All right, so that looks about the same. All right, so looking at our shorts, let's color code it, guys. So our shorts are going to be red and our longs are going to be green. So we know what we're looking at here, guys. So yeah, that looks pretty much the same, guys. Rising, slightly open interest, guys, on these lower time frames. Shit, we have to turn percentages off and auto. Now everything's super scrunched. Oh my goodness. This is going to take a minute. Oh, the humanity. Oh, the absolute humanity of what just happened there, guys. We're almost there, guys. Almost there. Trading view can be a cruel mistress. All right. Well, after that, I'm looking for a drink. Jesus Christ. All right. So longs and shorts on Bitcoin, we see longs gradually rising up. The shorts did not really pile in, guys. So this was not leverage trading that moved this. This was selling. People taking profits. So this does to me really look like a buy the dip event, guys. We're seeing primary supports hold. We're not seeing this drastic move down. I'm not really looking to on the 12-hour chart to buy yet. We're not getting that crossover. But again, I'm tentatively looking for us to bottom above the 0 line, which is going to be really bullish for me, guys. We're going to go on to our next target of 57 and 68 most likely, if that happens. But we're gonna have to go down to these smaller time frames and see what's going on today. So this is good. We're moving into potentially oversold territory. Unfortunately, the only problem with this is using the Fisher, we can see that every other time we entered oversold, we only make it down to -1 on the scale of the Fisher transform, and price is really just in consolidation in those periods. The last time that we actually see somewhat of a movement down, price does move down to the -2, almost -3. So since we did get so overextended up to almost +3 on the Fisher transform, so to get oversold conditions, are we potentially going to have to go down into that -3? Now on the 6-hour chart, we do see an indecision doji candle. It's not the strongest reversal candle. It's not the strongest reversal candle, but it's potential, guys. So that means that we did have a lot of bulls stepping in to buy up this dip. So if we do see this movement down, we came up and tested, but guys, still, we have not broken out. We have not broken out of this this diagonal resistance level above us, guys. You can see that we did come up and wick right off of it, and now we're looking at a pullback. And worst case scenario, so you guys can see. That's our tether pump chart, guys, and that's why I'm saying I dislike it that we have to utilize that now as part of our level. But now, I mean, that's now the pattern that we're trading in, guys. So we do have now an ascending channel. So we are forming a symmetrical wedge or triangle inside of that longer downward channel pattern. So again, that's corresponding right there. That diagonal support is corresponding right in between our initial levels of support that the bulls have to hold for price to remain bullish. So if you are really trying to scrape the bottom, you're looking at setting your buys here anywhere from 47 to 45 cents. Or you're trying to take advantage of this dip right now on this low volume. You can clearly see here that the bears are running out of steam. Now that doesn't mean that today is going to be a fresh day and that new people are going to jump in and begin rapidly selling more. But you know, as we can see, like we see a little bit of selling volume pick up here, guys. So you know, if you were looking to go long on Ripple, if you're looking to enter at this point in time, well, let's look where the volume is, guys. Let's see if we can get volume to confirm a movement here. Okay, so low volume underneath 47 cents and super low volume underneath 45 cents. So again, unless price breaks this 45 cent range, you know, I'm still quite bullish on Ripple, guys. So you're looking at potentially 9% to the downside before you're looking at exiting. And if you've been following along, you would have been entering into consolidation. So again, healthy profit taking, we can be taking throughout this period, and then looking for a re-entry position. But again, to me, guys, this looks like a good buy the dip event, guys. We're in the close proximity of 618, and as long as that 618 and the 786 hold, guys, as long as we stay above 45 cents, we're just going to continue moving up, guys. Let's see what we see on the 4 hour. So no crossover yet on the 4 hour, but we see the stronger hammer candle on the 4 hour. And on the 1 hour, we're already seeing that little bit of a pullback. And the volume's picking up, guys, down here at the bottom. The volume's picking up. Buying volume's picking up on the 1 hour chart. And we're getting that crossover right here on the 1 hour. However, we've had it twice, and it didn't really amount to much, guys. But that was on low volume. Crossovers on low volume. Crossover on high volume. All right, so following the dumps of yesterday, Ripple did retrace nearly to 618 support at 47 cents. Most likely, price moves lower on Ripple. I think that more profit taking needs to be made. Likely 47 will hold, and we will look for a retest of resistance at 53 cents. Otherwise, bulls must hold ascending triangle and fib support and volume support at 45 cents. If this level isn't held, most who bought in accumulation will sell at break even, and that will push the price down much lower. Oh, here. Okie dokie. So that's what we got, guys. You know, I want to be one of these I want to come out, guys, and say, buy the dip, you know, get everybody rallied up and excited, guys. But I'm not a shill, man. I'm just showing you guys how you want to trade safely and smartly in the markets with the information available to you. Oh, whoops. What am I doing? XRP, Ripple, cryptocurrency. Tweeta. Only XRP. And then the Discord. All right, that's available on TradingView and Discord for anybody who wants to follow us on Discord or TradingView. All right, we've got just a couple more. I'm going to kind of zoom through Litecoin and Bitcoin Cash because Litecoin doesn't super excite me, honestly. Nothing really super massive. I was talking about the bulls have to hold $52, really $51. What did I say yesterday? Longs massively inflated, as we saw here. Likely price retracement until longs versus short stabilize. Bulls have to hold support or point of control or likely retest of channel bottom. So, let's look at that 12-hour chart, guys. Actually, Litecoin looks pretty bearish, guys. We came right again. I mean, listen, it's not that I'm good. It's just that I know how to do this, guys. So again, the support level I drew yesterday, and look where we're at. But this looks pretty bearish to me, guys. This is not a good. This sometimes can be a reversal candle to the upside. Typically, when you typically see this at the top. You typically see this, this hanging man candle at the top of a pattern. Then you see, a shooting star pattern, where price moves up, and then you get this candle, which indicates that, bulls tried to push the price up higher, but the bears just came and slammed the price down, and price is unable to close anywhere near the high, the daily high. But yeah, you don't typically, sometimes you see this inverted hammer be a reversal candle, but I don't bank on it. I don't bank on it. And we had seen that, bullish divergence, I think, on the 6-hour chart. But as I speak, we see a little bit of bullish volume come in. But yeah, I'm pretty neutral on this one, guys. This looks like it could go a little bit lower. This looks like it could go a little bit lower. We're at that point of control. Well, I will say this. We're at the point of control, right? Current price at 52.94, and that point of control is at 52.89. So if bulls are unable to hold this price right here, then potentially, I mean, the next area that we can see getting picked up is 51.82 to 51.41. Looking at volume. Yeah, because that's low volume. We're going to shoot right through that. Yeah, we're going to shoot right through that. That would be the next potential test of support right there, is at $51. Between $51 and $52. There's no volume between 53 and 52. So we'd shoot down a whole dollar. And then you got, and that's also, there's strong support right there, guys. There's strong support right there. You can see that right now, this is where we're at support for right now. All the people who bought in at these tops, and they're not wanting the price to go down lower. But they don't have a lot of ammunition, guys. They don't have a lot of ammunition to keep price moving down. So typically what a candle like this is representing is that the bulls did step in to buy up this dip, and price opened here. Price opened at 52.94. Bulls were able to push it all the way up to 53.75. but the sellers were just able to completely wreck them and push the price all the way back down to where it opened up. Typically, this is a capitulation candle where we do move much lower, so that concerns me. Also, breaking down below the 0 line on the 12-hour, which typically lets us know that price is going to move lower, and we're not tightening up at all. But again, you know, it's going to lag a little bit on the higher time frames. So what do we see on the 6-hour? Well, looks a little bit better. 6-hour chart looks like we're staying in that support area, and that price has already reached that oversold region that we saw right here. Price stayed above. Well, you can see right here. You know, price reverses. We get the sell signal right here, but then price reverses and stays above that 0 line, and that lets us know that price is going to move higher. Typically, when we're underneath the 0 line, as you can see right here, when we're ranging below the 0 line, price is moving down. And then it's not until we get that crossover in an oversold area where we start moving up. And really, the other way to trade the Fisher is just to wait until price crosses the 0 line, because when you cross the 0 line, typically price is bullish. So that would have given you this entire movement right here, and that would have been a nice trade. That would have been a nice swing trade. So on the 6-hour, we actually see a weak hammer candle, which is typically a reversal candle. So right now, I mean, we're seeing it, guys, live. We're seeing the bull step in and try to buy up this dip. They're trying to hold the support level quite well. So again, yeah, this could be a buy the dip event, you know, kind of across the board, guys. Okay. Price pulled back to test support 1. Higher time frames concerns me because of capitulation, candlestick formation. However, on lower time frames, price looks more bullish, at least in the short term, due to potential weak, albeit weak, reversal candlestick formations. Longs still maxed out, and shorts have not stepped in. And typically, you're not going to see price really crash until the shorts start piling in, guys. So this is actually looking tentatively bullish to me, guys. All right, so price did pull back to test support 1. Higher time frames concerns me because of the capitulation candlestick formation that we saw on the 12-hour and the daily. However, on lower time frames, price looks more bullish, at least in the short term, due to potential, albeit weak, reversal candlestick formations. Longs are still maxed out, as we can see right here. But again, the shorts have not stepped in. That's the red line down here. Shorts are still extremely low. So typically when we see this, we don't see price really crash and capitulate unless we don't see price capitulate and really crash until the shorts start piling in, guys. And I'm just not seeing that really whatsoever. So this is actually looking pretty tentatively bullish to me, guys. Tentatively bullish. All right, so if support holds, all right, so let's if support 1 holds, look for a retest of the descending channel resistance and potentially a break of $58. Otherwise, next area of support, inflation. Otherwise, next area of support upon capitulation is, oh, you son of a bitch. is 51. Okay, there we go, guys. There we go. Did the analysis. Support right here at 51. And if the bulls are able to hold this, we're looking for a retest of that descending resistance line, arrow, and potentially a breakout. You know, so typically what we'll see, either price will gap all the way through, much more likely price pulls back a little bit, probably a 618 movement. Actually, let's get pretty surgical with it, guys. So we go up here to test, stop up a little bit. So we'll pull back to 53.44, like that, boom. And then we can see price shoot up, probably test that Fibbo, come back down, retest the channel as support, and then looking to hit our target of $58. Price doesn't have to move exactly that way, but price moves in waves. And you know what I need, Scott, is I just need like a boom arm, you know, that I can set up here and just have the microphone here, so it's not really near my computer. Right now, my microphone's like right by my computer, guys. You took your life as lovers often do. All right, guys, there you be. Thinking about calling longs on Litecoin now. That looks like a good long. I'm tentative though. I don't want price to fall. But again, that's the life of the trader, guys. All right, our last one, guys, for the big ones, and then we'll look at requests. So, guys, if you guys got something you want me to look at, let me know. Whew, that's a lot of craziness, huh? Bitcoin Cash, baby, Bitcoin Cash. Oh man, not saying I'm good. Saying I'm good. I don't know why. Look, you see where I got this drawn? I don't want to change it. 579.90, 566.5. Okay, that's as close as I can get it. Sorry about that. All right. Oh, shoot. That's not what I wanted to do. I want to get this arrow. There we go. All right, so I just tightened that up, guys. Didn't change anything. Just tighten things up. All right, so I had said retracement time, bearish divergence on the 6 hour. There was that bearish divergence, guys. So price made a higher high right here, but our oscillator made a lower high, letting us know that we're going to experience a retracement. Bearish divergence on the 6 hour, 12 hour, and the 6 hour. The ADX was extremely overheated, all the way up in the 64 above 50 range, which was crazy. It was even overheated on, it was overheated on the 12 hour as well, which lets us know, man, this trend has got to exhaust a little bit. Likely pull back to support before continued bullish movement. However, if the bulls got a little last push, targeting 695 with a stop at 606. So, you guys were able to avoid, obviously that didn't happen. We did pull back, as I thought was likely. And we did wick right off the top of my support at 580. All right. Not a bad call. All right, so on the 12 hour, not getting the crossover on the Fisher yet. On the 6 hour, we're going below the 0 line. And this is pretty good volume, guys. This is pretty good volume. We see kind of that same indecision candle and a very weak reversal candle on low volume. But we've got 3 hours and 47 minutes for this candle to close, so let's see if it can move a little bit further. But actually, I don't think that this is enough of a dip, guys. I really don't. This doesn't feel like strong support to me. I mean, I don't think we've fallen low enough. I was really expecting us to go like down to 565. Now that's cool. That's cool and all. You know, like, you know, people are really bullish on this Bitcoin Cash price, but yeah, I'm going to need to see a little bit more volume. But longs and shorts are still like jacked out, man. And shorts have not dropped off yet. So the only thing that is going to make price, you know, if price does move up from here, it's going to move up fairly rapidly. And the reason why is because look, shorts have not fallen off. So as price starts moving against the shorts, they're going to have to cover. And when they cover, they're actually buying back in. So, you know, if the shorts end up having to cover and purchase back in, then we're going to see a big move up. Again, still looking at 695. Still looking at 763 potentially before the split on the 15th. Now, the dump can come at any time, guys. I want us to keep that in mind. Like, I don't think that Bitcoin Cash is going to continue to go up. This is just an event based around this hard fork. People are thinking they're going to get free money by holding these coins. That's the wrong way to go about the trade. The best way to go about the trade is by riding Bitcoin Cash up and then taking profits off this Bitcoin Cash trade. You know, this is the way that we've been trading hard forks and listings for a long time, and yeah, it works good. We did it with Ethereum Classic. We did it with NXT. We did it with Z Classic, guys. And in both cases, you know, everybody was saying that you're going to make a ton of money if you hold Z Classic through the fork to get your Bitcoin private. Ridiculous. Go look at the price of Z Classic. It ran up almost 200%, and then it dumped almost immediately because then Z Classic was worthless. You know, so you would have been way better, and now Bitcoin private's absolutely worthless. So you would have been way better off merely purchasing your Z Classic and then selling about 2 days before the dump. And that's what I'm going to do. Bitcoin Cash will be exiting my portfolio on the 13th, regardless of where price is, because I know what's coming on the 15th. I know what's coming. So yeah, we've still got about a week left, guys. We've still got about a week left. Today's the 8th, so we've got 7 days left until the fork. So I'm still actually pretty long on Bitcoin Cash. I don't feel like any reason. You know, this pullback was not super significant, and we're seeing, you know, the bulls make a good go of it right now. So I have to go off my fundamental analysis. Price did pull back to the upper area of support. 1. Fundamentally, I am biased to be long on Bitcoin Cash until November 13th, which is my traditional strategy for trading hard forks and listings. The only time this didn't work was ONT. Only one coin ever proved me wrong, guys, that I traded, and that was ONT. Let's see here. Price did pull back to the upper area of support. Fundamentally, I'm biased to be long on Bitcoin Cash until November 13th. Let's see, where did price come back down to 583. If 580 can hold, still looking at our upside targets. If 565 doesn't hold, looking to re-enter closer to 500. That 618 retracement. All right. there we go, guys. Starry, starry nights. There we go. All right, live on trading, you guys. If you guys are interested in checking out and following along with the trade ideas. So let's see here. Breaking news. Yeah, ETH Kusel, man. I'm not going to allow that, dude. Thank you. Yeah, now you're spamming, so you're going to get kicked, bud. Actually, I just put you in timeout, so now you have to sit there and watch. And if you spam again, man, I'm going to kick you, bro. We're here to learn, man. Not here to support your poor trading decisions, man. There's better ways to go about doing it, dude. But you're probably a bot anyways, so whatever. Let's see here, guys. SEC charges Ether Delta Registered Securities Exchange. U.S. Security, the SEC has charged Zachary Coburn, the founder of Ether Delta, with operating an unregistered securities exchange. Since Ether Delta acts as a secondary market for trading ERC20 tokens, it's been a marketplace, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, guys, ERC20 tokens widely considered by the SEC, anything that did a ICO, to be a unregistered security. Doesn't matter that it was decentralized. Bam. Already paid $300,000 in disgorgement, $13,000 in prejudgment, and a $75,000 penalty. And he cooperated with the regulator. So let's see what happens, guys. Is Ether Delta just going to play by the rules now and pay the money? It seems like they've already paid the money, so I'm sure they have plenty of money to just go ahead and be legit, guys. You guys got to be careful what platforms you're trading on. Let's check in with CoinFarm real quick to see if we can get a bias. Good job, guys. Yep, price moving to the upside here on the old Bitcoin. See that shorts and longs ratio gradually destabilizing, guys. As I talked about, most likely price moving to the upside. And actually, look, we had, at 2 o'clock, so 20 minutes ago, we had almost $8 million in longs open up, guys. So still nothing compared to the shorts, but the shorts are going to have to cover as price starts moving up, and that's going to allow price to move up significantly higher, guys. So again, pretty, again, I talked about, these are the candles that you want to be entering on, guys. Big volume spikes to the downside, long tails, low momentum, boom, boom, boom. 3 golden opportunities right there, guys. Boom, boom, boom. So this is Bitfinex, but on BitMEX you had 2 of them. You had 2 opportunities just like that, guys. So stop loss hunt, next stop loss hunt for everybody trying to go along here, lock them out, and then price moves up. We have another little baby one right here, but the buying pressure was just way too strong, guys. So all right, looking good, looking good. Requests, chart requests. All right, 0x. I'm sure, let me scroll up. Gotta watch Crypto wanted me to look at nulls, and he did ask first, so hold on, guys. Let me look at nulls first, and then we'll look at 0x. And that's probably gonna do it for today. Okay. Look at self key, guys. Accumulating nicely down in that accumulation zone. Not looking too bad, right above volume. Just off the top here, man, I'd say that yeah, self key doesn't really look like a bad entry. I mean, you could set a stop right here at 113 because you know you're going to go much lower than that. Yeah. It looks like a decent little attempt to retest to that $120 mark, guys. Heck, we've traded self key like 3 times in the premium group. Both times. No, twice. Twice self key played out, so. Not making a call, just an observation. Nulls. Wow, nulls look just like key. Hey, did you guys see any difference? Oh, let me pull up key. Oh, shoot. All right, there's key. It's like the chart didn't change at all. That's funny. All right, so first off, let's pull up the longer time frame so I can get an idea of what we're working here with nulls. So I can start to identify our supports and resistances, guys. Okay, that looks pretty good to me. Now let's see if we've got patterns that we can try and predict. First off, let me turn off that annoying left price scale. Let me maximize. All right, so okay. That looks about right. Let me wiggle that around a little bit. Hold on. All right, guys, so looking at this descending wedge we were able to break out of to the upside, looking pretty good right there. You can see we had a false breakdown, a false breakout, stayed right within that channel. All right, so what do we got now? All right, and we had a new one forming that we were able to break out of. Broke out to the outside, and now we're in accumulation, guys. I mean, this is what accumulation looks like. We can see here that ADX is trending underneath 25, starting to enter into a trend right here. And, you know, but it's just back and forth, guys. So nulls hasn't really taken off, guys. These are the areas where I look to enter into a coin on low volatility. And the reason why is because if you've got tolerance, I mean, your upside's low. Or excuse me, your upside's quite high and your downside's quite low. So you see we've got good, strong support right here. And again, if I zoom out, sorry, I wanted to look for that volume right there, guys. So below here, though, you have no support. I can actually move that up. Needs to be tighter. And down just a tick. Up one tick. Did I get it? Perfect. Beautiful. Yeah, that looks just right. That looks just right, guys. So yeah, guys, nulls looks like it's on the decline right here, and we're underneath that point of control. Now let me get VPVR the way that I actually like it. Okay, so yeah, holding that volume area at 16,538. So below that is a potential area to set your stop. we're in a low volume node area. This is typically where coins get stop loss hunted. We're not really looking for strong support around these areas. But again, on that higher time frame, on that longer zoom out, 16,152. So let's just say 161 or 16, if you don't want to split hairs, So you've only got like 3% to the downside before you're looking at absolutely no support. Mike. Okay, sorry about that, Johnny boy. All right, yeah, so you've got some really good upside potential. I mean, Null's just pumped right here. That's probably a pre-pump. Look, obviously Null's got pumped right here. And we see that decline off that price. But again, just in the normal range of price, we can see it got pumped here and it got pumped here. So it was pumped on the 24th of September and it was pumped on the 30th or the 31st of October. So it seems about about a 30-day period, Nulls gets pumped. So individuals are looking to accumulate down in this low range. So you're right back in your purchasing area, guys. So on this 12-hour chart, however, we have the Fisher topping below the zero, which lets us know that price is probably going to continue slightly moving downward. So I think there's better areas to pick up the price. Honestly, like if I was looking to get nulls right now, I'd really be looking to kind of just like straight up scalp these low areas, expecting that price is going to move down, and just be patient, guys, because again, here's the 29th of October, and then the 14th of October, and then the 19th of September. So you guys got to be patient, guys. I'd let this thing like a week or two kind of blow out, see if we can actually catch one of those stops down. So setting your buy anywhere between like 16,469 and 16,231. So let's just say 16,5 and 16,2 is probably the area that you're trying to want to scalp this. And then, yeah, you can be targeting anything above 18,293 because there's no volume. There's no, oh crap. What did I do? Because there's no volume above those levels, guys. So yeah, you can really be targeting anything above 18 is where you're looking to start looking at potentially taking your profit. And that's a pretty impressive move. If we get in our scalping area, I mean, just right there, that's 10% to the upside. And you're looking at, probably I'd be looking to sell anywhere from like 20 to 25%. Now, we're probably not going to see this rapid movement. We want to see nice, healthy growth movement upwards. This is just a pump that you'd be lucky to catch. But yeah, I'd definitely be trying to accumulate in this area, guys. What did I say? 16.5 and 16.2. Below 16.1 though. We're a goner. All right. All right, guys, nulls and then 0x. Woo. Thought I had a chart. Maybe it didn't get saved in the loadout. Gonna load more data? I guess not. Only one way that makes sense. And that's if I cut that tip off. I don't really like that. Don't really like that at all, honestly. Okay. Jenga. Well, we've fallen out of all patterns except for this descending channel. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 touches on that bad boy. All right. Oh, I ain't got no volume. That's not good. There we go. Oh, I did have volume. Stupid. Okay, guys. So, I mean, really 0x on the decline in the channel historically, guys. And then, you know, so we've been forming lower lows and higher, and so lower lows and lower highs for quite a while, all the way back since May of 2018, when we had that just huge run up from March to May of 0x, guys. And then, you know, lots of opportunities to accumulate here, to accumulate here. So you're just kind of in that neutral area, guys. You're kind of in that neutral area where you're looking for, you know, you've had this support break, you've had that potential support break, you know, you're looking for your next support around 103.70. But again, those are just your really short-term trading opportunities there on your 12-hour chart, you know, not looking at, you know, not looking at, you know, just not a lot of opportunity, you know, like 0x, not really something I'd be looking to get into right now on that long-term time frame, because the more likely scenario is that, you know, we just continue moving further down. And now we do see this big long volume candle of red, you know, typically on, you know, somewhat, you know, not super significant volume, honestly. You know, really, you know, it's just a little bit higher than this volume right here. So I'm actually not super impressed with that. Now, if we look at, let's look at VPVR, and VPVR can kind of tell us where the fuck we're going right here. Okay, so let's just look in this channel. Again, you know, below, you know, we're looking to kind of catch support again. I talked about our last level of support here being, you know, roughly 102.44, but below this low volume node, the next high volume node is at, you know, 9,800 satoshis. So, you know, unless price is able to get picked up right here at 10,000, maybe 800 satoshis, 10,700 satoshis, our next level of support is down there at 9,800, guys. And it's just not really, you know, this isn't really the setups that I like to trade. Like when we're in the middle of these like areas and it looks much more likely to move to the downside, because again, if you zoom out, you know, it just gets worse and worse. Your volume area just gets wider and wider. And we're coming down again, like at that 10,617 Satoshi dollar, you know, level. Like there's not a lot of high volume below us, guys, and just we're looking to get picked up lower. a couple stops at high volume nodes on the way, like, 9,600 Satoshis, 8,700 Satoshis, 8,100 Satoshis. But it's just not something that, that's just not a good looking chart to me, guys. It's not a great looking chart. We're in a descending pattern. And when you're in a descending channel like this, you look for the opportunities to accumulate as low as humanly possible, and catch the ride up. Honestly, the better way to trade these, though, is to trend trade, because it's so difficult to catch bottoms because you're never sure when you're going to fall out. You really want to wait until price is moving upwards with higher bullish, with bullish momentum, and then enter on the trade there. So just in the cycle that we're in, does not seem like a trading cycle for me because we can't short it. Now, if we were able to, hey, Real Stogger Roach, what's going on, man? Thanks for joining us, man. Coming in a little late. We're just about to wind it down, man. Now, if 0x was on a platform where I could short, these are the opportunities that I love to look for, that I love to take, because I love going long on prices that are trending up in this fashion, and I love shorting prices that are trending down in this fashion. And I'm looking for that pullback to overbought every time in a down market, and then I'm looking to short, and you can see, you can just capture all the movements in that fashion. But yeah, man, just not looking spectacularly great for me. You can see here that we're really bullish all throughout this period. DMI lets you know that we're bullish and trending, and now we've ADX, which measures our trend strength, that's the white line, has fallen all the way back down under 25. 25 is that trigger line letting us know whether we're trending or consolidating, and now we're in that consolidation, and we've seen the now the bearish volume absolutely pick up, and so the bears are in control of the market, man. Bears are in control of the market right now for 0x, guys. So yeah, not looking to take a 0x trade anytime right now whatsoever. All right, man. Real Staga, is there anything you'd like me to take a look at, brother? Because otherwise, I am probably needing to get out of here, man. I got to take a run into town. You guys know I live out in the middle of nowhere. I got to take a run into town and get some supplies. Take my grandfather to get his hair cut. And then I'll be coming back later. I've got to do a couple chats with people and figure out really what's going on with the day. Look at our trades. Try to pick up some good positions. Do some updates, probably go long on everything on BitMEX. Maybe a quick XRP recap? Yeah, sure, man. So these were the notes that I took today. So yesterday we had been talking about how we were overblown and that we got that sell crossover on the 12-hour, and price did pull back to the support that I had initially listed here, 47.48 cents. We just missed it by about a penny. And so I wrote, following the dumps of yesterday, XRP did retrace nearly to 618 support, so our Fibonacci support at 618. Most likely price moves lower on XRP. I think more profit needs to occur here, but likely 47 cents will hold. And we'll look for a retest of resistance here at 53 cents. So otherwise, if 47 cents doesn't hold and price does move lower, the bulls need to hold this. You see, we've got our ascending trend line right here that's been respected so far. Bulls need to hold that ascending trend line support, and that corresponds real nicely with either our 45 cent point of control that the bulls absolutely need to hold, or the 47 cent 618 fib retracement and volume right here that the bulls need to hold. If this level isn't held in accumulation, most who bought in accumulation back here, if we break 45 cents, everybody that bought in here is going to sell at break even or slight profit, and this will push price further down. But yeah, I'm still so today I'm neutral on XRP. I'd like to see us move further down, but if we go look at the smaller time frames, tentatively bullish. We are seeing the reversal signs right here, but the volume's kind of weak. So I'm not sure if this is going to be able to give us the follow through, or if we actually do need to move a little bit further down. But I would love for this to be a buy the dip type event, and so I'm totally cool. I think it's a completely valid approach, because you have to base most of your trading philosophy in like, what do I fundamentally think is going to happen, and then you just look at the technicals to refine what you're doing. So again, this could be a good buy the dip event. This does look like a potentially decent reversal candle. It's just the volume's kind of weak. I prefer to see it like stronger, but we'll see if we have the follow through, guys. But I think a good a long at, so we're at 50 cents. I think you could easily set your, if we're just like looking at recent volume. Let me hide the drawing tools. I think, yeah, I mean, you could totally like go long right here, and you could set your stop. I mean, we're kind of in the stop loss hunt area, guys, and that's what we're seeing on this candle right here. So I mean, yeah, you could set your stop at like 49 cents. Or, if you wanted to be really crazy with it, like you'd say stop down here at 45 cents. But I mean, obviously, if you're entering your trade now, you're not going to want to do that. So yeah, I just set my stop loss a little bit below support if this was the stop loss hunt, because most likely if price goes down, just look to re-enter at 47 cents. Is probably how I'd play that. Hey, Tech says XRP, hate the tech, love the profits, man. Hey, I feel you, dude. XRP has been good to us. XRP has been pretty good to us profit-wise. But yeah, not sure exactly what it's going to do to make the world a better place, honestly. So, Crypto Friend says XRP equals love. Tex, excellent stream, Justin, man, thank you so much. Real Staga, hopefully that was useful to you guys. Hey, thanks everybody for coming in. It was a little bit smaller today, but that's cool. I like it nice and tight and key. All the good people, all the good regulars, guys. All right, much love to you guys. All right, got to pay the bills here, guys. So go ahead, go on over to your browser, cryptocurrency.com. And you're going to be able to click this nice, beautiful join the community button. You're going to want to click that button. That's going to take you to our Discord, guys. Join the Discord. Just hang out, guys. You're going to be a better trader just by osmosis by hanging out, guys. Head on over to the merch store. Scott did a lot of work getting this popping. Get yourself a beautiful men's shirt, a beautiful lady shirt for that beautiful lady in your life. Heck, we got it all. Backpacks, hoodies, t-shirt. That's not a t-shirt. That's a cap. Going on over to our trading services if you're interested in what we provide. Newsletter coming soon. Newsletter coming soon. Premium trading group with one-on-one mentorship available now. Or shoot us an email at contact@crackingcryptocurrency.com or fill out the form on our website. We'd love to see you in there. Guys, make sure you check out Your Crypto Daily. Your Crypto Daily News on the YouTube. And check out, let's see here, X42 Project. And yeah, Texas in the house, Tex Miners, man. Thanks for joining us today. Everybody, Real Stogger Roach, Crypto Friends, Johnny Boy Crypto moderating, Mastash Crypto, Mastash Scott Lanto with Cracking Cryptocurrency moderating today. We really appreciate everybody that has joined us today, and much love for you people. I hope you have a fantastic Wednesday, man. Wait. Thursday. Hope you have a fantastic Thursday. Man, got to get it together, guys. All right. Peace out, guys. Cue the outro.